From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Friday, September the 22nd, 2023. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu addressed the United Nations General Assembly today, where he spoke about the threat from Iran, the Abraham Accords, and the potential of a new normalization agreement with Saudi Arabia and what that could mean.
The Abraham Accords heralded the dawn of a new age of peace. But I believe that we are at the cusp of an even more dramatic breakthrough, an historic peace between Israel and Saudi Arabia. Such a peace will go a long way to ending the Arab-Israeli conflict. It will encourage other Arab states to normalize their relations with Israel. It will enhance the prospects of peace with the Palestinians. It will encourage a broader reconciliation between Judaism and Islam, between Jerusalem and Mecca, between the descendants of Isaac and the descendants of Ishmael. Peace between Israel and Saudi Arabia will truly create a new Middle East.
The Prime Minister added that he spoke on this matter with U.S. President Joe Biden when the two met this week and said the United States is indispensable in this effort.
And just as we achieved the Abraham Accords with the leadership of President Trump, I believe we can achieve peace with Saudi Arabia with the leadership of President Biden.
Meanwhile, in a plaza across from the UN, protesters gathered during the Prime Minister's speech, demonstrating against the judicial overhaul being led by his coalition. Earlier today, Netanyahu met on the sidelines of the UNGA with the president of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Felix Tshisekedi, where he said, "We've just had very productive talks with the president of Congo, and we agreed that Israel will open an embassy in Kinshasa and Congo will move its embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. These are two good announcements," the Prime Minister said, "and I think they reflect our common desire to upgrade our relations." The IDF today responded to nearly a week of violent riots along the Gaza border, where Palestinians have been detonating explosive devices and setting tires on fire along the border for the last 6 days. And today, for the first time in 2 years, sent incendiary devices over the border, which sparked at least 2 fires in southern Israel. In an initial report this evening, Israel time, the IDF said it was striking Gaza, with further details coming soon. Israeli forces have also been conducting counter-terror operations in Judea and Samaria, the West Bank, last night with security agency the Shin Bet and Magav border police. The IDF wrote to arrest 4 wanted persons, where they also confiscated 2 Carlo-type improvised weapons. And in accordance with the assessment of the security situation, the IDF said a general closure will be imposed on the Judea and Samaria region and the crossings in the Gaza Strip during Yom Kippur, Sunday night to Monday night. Israel's President Isaac Herzog last night ahead of Yom Kippur led a memorial at Latrun just outside Jerusalem to mark the 50th anniversary of the Yom Kippur War, saying the eve of Yom Kippur is the time for soul-searching and responsibility. If we continue to walk with our heads against the wall and miss opportunities for peace within ourselves, there will be heavy prices, referring there to the crisis over the judicial overhaul. Adding that another key lesson from the war concerns readiness for peace and identifying opportunities. Herzog saying, "I welcome the important developments in the negotiations with the U.S. and Saudi Arabia, a step that can lead to a historic change in the history of the State of Israel and the Middle East. This opportunity," he said, "still depends on many factors, but I hope with all my heart that it will be realized." And a programming note for you, as always, JBS will be broadcasting services for Yom Kippur, Reform services from Central Synagogue and Orthodox services from the Hampton Synagogue. Services begin Sunday evening at 6 p.m. from Central, 8 p.m. from Hampton. And on Monday, beginning at 8 a.m. from the Hampton Synagogue, 10 a.m. from Central Synagogue, and continuing throughout the day. For all of the details and schedule, please check our website, jbstv.org. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Friday, September the 22nd. Live Shabbat services are coming up at 6 from Central Synagogue, followed by Shabbat services from the Hampton Synagogue. Then Jewish students competing in an a cappella competition. At 10, Rabbi Diana Fursko is in the spotlight. And then we repeat services from the Hampton Synagogue, followed by a repeat from Central. And coming up next, a look at this week's Torah portion. And that's the JBS News Update for Friday, September the 22nd, 2023. I'm Teisha Bader. Stay healthy, stay well. Shabbat Shalom and Gemal Chatima Tova.